Hello, everyone, and welcome to a little channel update we're doing. This is going to be a pretty short video, but we wanted to make one just to kind of let, the few people that, do continuously watch our channel kind of know what is going on, because we haven't been uploading a lot of videos. And the main reason for that is we are working on a project we're in the middle of now. Now, I think we teased it. Man, it's been the last couple years we've said we're going to try and do this, and then we don't do it.
Yeah.
Which is kind of like a follow-up to the documentary we made like a decade ago now. I think it's literally been 10 years.
I think it's been, because this is our 10th season.
Yeah, 10th season of
I
Haunt
want to
Talk.
say that we did it kind of like a couple years into.
Yeah, because it's only been on, I think it's been on YouTube for 8 years, but it lived on Vimeo, where you actually had to pay to rent it for, I think, like 1 or 2 years. I think it's been about a decade since we filmed it. Any hoozle. If you want to watch that, again, it is free on YouTube, and it's really cool, actually, to go back and watch that, because all of those places are still open, but not everyone in the documentary is with us anymore. So a lot of things have changed. Like, the schoolhouse is a big change. Because that was before Factory of Terror bought it out, so things have changed for them a lot for that. And just kind of seeing also for some of the other haunts, because it was, what was it, Bloodview, Wells Township Haunted House, Haunts Ghost Laboratory, and Factory of Terror.
Yes.
Even Factory of Terror's changed a little bit. That one's probably the one that stayed the same the most.
Probably, yeah.
They have added a lot of things since we did that documentary, like the bars and stuff like that. But the haunts, a lot of what you see in there, then they have changed and added some things, but a lot of what you see in there is still pretty similar to what they offer today.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this time we're going to take a bit of a different approach, I suppose. We're not going to be doing it as like a giant thing.
Yeah, so we're going to try to do it kind of almost like a little series.
Right.
So to speak. Instead of doing the documentary film style, we're gonna try to cut it up into like little groups of like each haunt and stuff like that, just to kind of make a little bit more focus on the haunts themselves. I think that is what it'll kind of give it. So we're hoping that this format will be a little bit better than what the documentary was.
Right. Well, the documentary also, I feel like it was made basically for enthusiasts in mind.
Yes.
Yeah. Also, we weren't very experienced in a lot then. I mean, we had made some short films and stuff like that. We weren't new to YouTube and all of that. But that also wasn't made for YouTube. It was initially made for streaming.
Yeah.
It was on Vimeo for a while and stuff like that. Now, we are toying with the idea of maybe making a full version of it, because I think the episodes will probably end up cutting them down a bit more and stuff like that. But... and again, I don't know if I'm going to do this. There might be at some point down the road, like a full-length version that's a little bit longer, that is a little bit more for that enthusiast market. But the point of this is to make it a little bit more accessible, a little more run and gun, less just sitting down listening to someone talk. Now, there was a lot of haunted house footage in that.
Yeah.
But this one's going to be focused a little bit more on being vlog style. We are going to be doing interviews in some of the places. Now, we have 6 places planned. We had thought about stating the places, but just in case some of them fall through, I don't want to promise any of these places are going to happen, but we do have 6 places. And the thing we're really excited about is some of these places are places that other YouTubers have not been before. Actually, most of them.
Yeah, actually, I'm trying to think. I don't think anybody's really been
not
to
that
any
I've
of
really
these.
seen of like big names going to. And some of these haunts that we plan on going to are very big haunts. There's only one that we're going to that's going to be a return from what we did for the haunted house documentary, because we thought it would be interesting to do that. And that one should be pretty safe to say, which is Wells Township was the focus, because I'm pretty confident we'll be able to get into that one without much issue, because Sean Norman, who is the runner of that place, is super awesome, and we've been friends with him for many years now. Even before the haunted house documentary. I think we actually met him through ghost hunting that place, weirdly enough.
Yeah.
But I do want to say, so the goal for the documentary is to come out sometime in September with like the first episode, and again, the series. So it'll probably be running through, I'm not sure the date yet, because again, we're still very much in the early process of trying to make it all. So I'm not sure exactly when it'll come out, but my guess is mid-September, probably going through October is my guess. I want them to come out early enough where people are still interested to watch it throughout October. So, like, I definitely want to release it before, like, the last week or two of October. So that way there's plenty of time for people to still be watching these things and be interested. But yeah, we're super excited to get to filming this because, again, a lot of these places haven't seen other people go. And the other thing we wanted to announce as well is we do plan on releasing it early to our Patreon members. So there's a couple of you now, so that, you know, you're already going to get that. It's going to be uploaded to Patreon directly. Now, the final version that comes out on YouTube might be different than that Patreon version because I have to get it edited and on Patreon quicker, so that way you can actually see it. And I would like to get it as early as a month in advance to you guys that are on Patreon. So if you want to see that, you know, go join a Patreon now. Again, we're a real small channel, so that kind of stuff helps support us because it's not cheap to go to these places and do all of these things. And we also do plan on doing some giveaways. Yes. Now, we don't have any details on that yet, but that won't be part of the documentary thingy, but that'll be actually part of, like, the reviews for actual Haunt Talk season.
Yeah. Since it is our 10th season, we want to do something a little special for everybody that's pretty much stuck around with us for these 10 seasons.
Right. So might be doing some kind of incentive for Patreon there as well that I would like to do. Again, it's just with us having both full-time jobs, it can get a little bit hard to, you know, organize that, just being fully transparent. But since it is our 10th season, we do want to do that again. We did do a big giveaway a couple years ago. We just haven't done it. When was that, in 2021 that we did? We gave away so many tickets.
Yeah.
Well, I reached out to a bunch of haunts thinking only one or two would be okay with it. And, like, all of them say, yeah, we'll give you tickets. And I'm like, oh, wow. So we were super grateful, and it was awesome. But it was also a bit of a nightmare because logistically I didn't know how to handle it.
Yeah.
I mean, we did a good job. But I literally was having people comment on these places. So I just had, like, all these notes of just all these names. And I'm, like, just trying to keep track of every time someone commented and, like, doing that. So I probably plan on doing something different this year. I might have, like, a link to our website because we do have a website, and you fill out a form, which you'll just email it to me. That's what I'm probably going to do. Don't know for sure yet. Yeah. Of course, you will have to be subscribed to the channel to be eligible. But yeah, we plan on doing something special for our patrons because, you know, they've been supporting us. And there's not a lot of you, but you've been supporting us for a while now. And we want to kind of find a way to say thank you for that a little bit more than we've been able to in the past. So there probably won't be many videos until September from us just because this is a pretty big undertaking. It's going to take a lot of time to edit this and just busy in day-to-day life. But, you know, watch out for this fall, which we should have more videos than normal for our 10th anniversary. I don't know if we're going to get to more haunt reviews than normal because, again, there's only so much time to get to these places. But there are some places we plan on going to which we've never been to before, which I think we've talked about in other videos, like Eloise Asylum, and there's another one by there that you really wanted to go to that was in that...
Hush.
Oh, and a Return to Erebus.
It's literally, like, down the street from each other,
so definitely plan on those and a Return to Erebus, because we haven't reviewed that. Well, me and Kim have never reviewed that together.
No.
I reviewed that back in, like, the second season of Haunt Talk. Like I said, we just wanted to give an update to say, like, sorry for possibly the lull in content. We might try and fit in a little video here or there. But it seems like people want the Halloween content. And the other stuff we're doing, again, we mentioned it in the last video, that stuff doesn't seem to perform very well. So it's like we put a lot of time and effort into making a video that gets 30 views. And there's just not a reason for that. If no one's watching it, why are we taking all this time to make it? So I want to focus... I'd rather focus on doing this, which I think people that have subscribed to our channel will want to watch, instead of making all these other long videos that literally, you know, no one's watching. And if you do like the other stuff, like the ghost hunting and stuff like that, you know, let us know. We don't plan on stopping that, but you're probably not going to see a lot of that this year. Maybe next year when we're not, because I'm not going to do another more, I don't know, actually I shouldn't say not. We're going to see how this year goes with the Haunt Behind the Scare series. If it goes well, might try and do a little bit of it next year with new locations. But like I said, it's been something we wanted to do for a while, so we've just kind of bit the bullet, and we're going to be making it this year. And hopefully we get all 6 of those places.
Yeah.
But if you haven't yet, obviously now is a perfect time to subscribe. Also, if you want access to these early, again, become a Patreon. I think the lowest tier is like $5 a month.
Yeah.
We're going to release it for everyone. You don't have to be on, like, the highest tier to see the video. Even if you're on the cheapest one, which is $5 a month, less than like a Starbucks coffee. You know, just to help support us. But, yeah, you know, you'll be getting that early as well. So, yeah. I mean, I think that's probably it.
That's pretty much it.
Yep. Yeah. So, thank you very much for watching. And, again, look forward to watching that here in a couple months.
Bye.